Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, once again, coaching a subscriber. I'm with my boy here. We're going to be playing an invasion control, kind of going through the thought process throughout the game. You said you're around silver in this lobby, is that correct?
Yes.
Silver, gold, cool. Okay, so let's go through and let's kind of see what we're starting with. So off the break here, you're using an interesting build. I've not actually seen anyone use the MWIII sight. I think off the break, it's just a very interesting build. I would say the advantage you have is the iron sight's pretty good, and it was actually GA'd. So you might actually have an advantage at that close range. But yeah, what's kind of your thought behind the iron sight? Just you prefer it, or?
I just decided that for the 5th attachment, instead of getting a nicer sight, I wanted more control.
Yeah, I mean, I think this build will actually be probably better than most people's build with that kind of insight. So one side note is just the game volume. Again, it's such a small detail, but I find it's such a distraction having the game volume this loud. Most people, I think 99% of people, like pros or everyone, like just doesn't have the game volume, the game music. Can you hear that music in the background? Yeah, just I think for a lot of people that sees like a bit of a distraction. So maybe just something to look at. Again, not the end of the world, but definitely can look at that. Now, straight away off the break, okay, I can already see you spoke about this just before the session started. You're not really sure where to go. You're not really sure what's kind of going on. You're not really sure where to go, and it's kind of translating in your gameplay. So the first things first is we have to have a plan, okay, a plan of action. Now, out of the 2 points yourself, what would you say is the hardest one to attack, the A or the B point, in your opinion, just from your kind of experience playing?
A.
Cool. So I would agree. A is normally the hardest point to get. B is quite easy once you have a bit of a setup, where A, you know, it can get kind of mixy to get into that setup. There's a lot of kind of areas for them to nade in. A is a little bit harder to get. So off the break, I personally prefer going to A, but even if you're going to go to B, the point is you want to kind of get map control off the break. So if we look at it from the offensive side that you're at now, you want to basically have the map control like this. You kind of want to have 2/3 of the map covered. So if your teammates are going towards A, I think that's a really positive start. You want to definitely push up with them or go through middle, and you kind of want to just get some mid-map control. That way, you're trying to keep the red team on this side of the map, right? That's kind of your goal here. So when you're playing solo queue like this, I like to, off the break, go through middle, because I feel like it covers multiple angles, where if I go to the right and everyone goes to the right, it's going to take longer for me to go towards middle. Where if I go towards middle and we have a good split, I can then decide what I want to do. So I like to go through middle, because I have a lot of options then based on where my teammates are going. So just off the break here, I'm not a fan of what you're doing. So every second at the start is very important, okay? Because you're trying to get that mid-map control, kind of like I spoke about. Every second that you take delaying is getting them closer to mid-map, and they're going to eventually get you in the trap. So off the break here, you can see you're going through. You should already have a plan. In the loading screen, during this 30-second interval, you should have a plan. Right, I'm going to go through middle. I'm going to attack this side. I'm going to chuck a stun. But off the break, you're like, okay, where do I go? For me, this is a really bad start, because every time you have your break is so important. Your break sets the momentum up, especially in control. It's really important hard point, really important search and destroy, but I think control, it's so important, okay? So off the break, we need to have a plan. Now, whether the plan's good or bad, we can work on after, but having a plan is very important. So right now, I can see you going to the left, you're checking this site, then you're backing away, After 10 seconds, you've only progressed literally from your spot here, from your spawn here, you've gone right there, okay? In 10 seconds, you've moved here. And look where your teammates are. Your teammates are essentially already there. So this is just a small kind of trailer of what could happen if you're not really paying attention to your timings, okay? So while your teammates are pushing through the right street, you've literally gone from here, you've gone all the way left, all the way back, all the way to the middle. So you can see how it can be a bit of a problem, because your opponents are pushing up the map and you haven't really progressed. So now we're going to go through, you're going to push up, and look at that. There's someone already there. And for me, that's really like kind of something to notice. Okay, my pacing was that off, that somebody managed to get to that tank. Now, any other player in this situation that had a bit more, I would say, awareness in this scenario from that side, I think they would go on this tank here, and they would easily be able to kill you right there. So off the break, you can just see the fact that you got from there to there, and they got from their spawn all the way to the mid tank is very concerning off the break, okay? So we have to make sure that doesn't happen again. Any questions off the break?
So what do... No, actually, I don't. I'm going to wait.
No, you can say
probably get answered. I was going to say about my teammates, if they... when I'm sitting there before anyone has moved or anything, and I'm coming up with a plan. What would I do if I didn't know where my teammate? Like, what if they? Here, what would you think? Because you don't know where they're gonna go. Yeah,
well, that's why I mentioned at the start being versatile, right? That's why I feel like going middle is good, because as you're going middle, you can use the mini map to understand where your teammates are going, right? So off the break, let's say you're going middle off the break, and all 3 of your teammates are going left. You then know your role has changed. Your role now is to kind of watch this mid tank area like this. Right. So it depends on where your teammates are going. You can adjust your role. Now, if all 3 of your teammates are going to the right street, then there's no point of going back here, which is kind of how you started. You see kind of the disconnect here? That's when you can now change your role again. Okay, I can maybe sit behind here, or I can maybe get a bit more aggressive on the middle. The point is you can work around your teammates after the first few seconds. You need to push up first and then kind of make a decision. Does that make sense?
Right. Okay. Yeah, it does.
Perfect. So you're going through, and this is the gunfight I expect you to lose here. Now, what's going to happen in these kind of lower end lobbies, right, is your gun skill might bail you out of scenarios. And when that happens, I'm not going to be impressed. I'm going to be more, okay, we need to work on this because I'm trying to train you against better players, right? If you shit on a player that's maybe bronze and you're like a silver or gold, I'm not going to say that's a good thing. I'm going to say, right, what can we do to prevent that from happening? Why are you in a situation where they outpositioned you? That's my kind of focus. So right now is a perfect example. I think a good player here should kill you. So the fact that you play your life, yes, it's a good play from you kind of playing your life, but that shouldn't have happened in the first place. You shouldn't have been caught out in position. And that's what we kind of have to focus on. But straight away, 2 people go down. And then we look at the kill feed. It's very important because we can see names, right? So your teammates get 1, your teammate gets 2. This player here, this other name, Gabe. Gabe is on the hill. Based on the minimap, we can see Gabe is on the hill. So straight away, I now know there's 1 person on the hill. 2 people are dead. 2 people will be coming off spawn. That tells me there is 1 person uncounted for on the minimap. Okay, so as I'm going through now, I'm aware that there's 1 person we're missing, and this is why the kill feed's so important. So we go through, my teammate takes out 1, my teammate on the left takes out this player, so that's 2 people down, and there's 1 more person on the A point. So straight away I know there's 1 person on A. This is our current situation, okay? So if I look at this and I pause frame it, if I'm number 4, which is you right now, my role right now is to cut off the enemy lanes. I know there's at least 1 person there, okay? So we're looking for 1, and the other 2 are coming off spawn. So if I can somehow either, you know, sneak across there or go through middle or just do something, right, to kind of cut their lane. And anyone running out in the open, I want to try and kill. That's my kind of goal right now. But let's see what happens. So my teammate goes through, and this is interesting. So my teammate actually gets another kill. So the missing player, in this case number 3, that we didn't know where they were, they actually pushed out and died to my teammate. So just from the kill feed, I've now realized, okay, 3 people are dead. There's 1 more on the hill. All 3 of them are now going to be coming off spawn. The more you play, the more you're going to get used to timings. So right now, if you're going to take 5-10 seconds and then push out, you might get killed because they've already pushed out. But the more you play, the more you're going to understand the timings. For now, we're just going to work on understanding where they are, and then we can work on timing. So right now, we now know that 3 people are down, the last guy's over there, the rest are spawning up. Are you happy with that kind of logic? Yeah, perfect. So now we know that. What you do next is up to you. There's multiple things you can do. I'm not really sure what you're going to do, so let's kind of play out and see. So 3 people go down, you're going to go through. And this is what I mean by timing. When you're pushing the situation, it looks like you're trying to sneak across. Now, I don't know if you know in your head that 3 people are down and all this stuff is going on. So talk me through it. Do you understand right now what's going on? Is it kind of just, can I sneak on by? No? Okay, cool.
I don't think I was looking at the kill feed as much as I should have been.
Perfect. So just from what we went through, right, you can now see how you can actually paint a picture from the kill feed, and it's so important. Now, what you're trying to do now, you're trying to sneak on by and trying to go through. Because of the picture we've painted and 3 of them coming off the spawn, it might work out for you. But that could be a pure coincidence by not looking at the kill feed, right? So next time in this scenario, if these kills went maybe 3 seconds earlier, if these kills went on now and you were a second too late, or now, okay, let's say you're pushing this now, but they've already pushed through and they're on this tank, this play wouldn't be the best from you because they could kill you. So it's all about the kill feed and understanding the pressure in the minimap. So right now you've got a situation where they're coming off spawn, they're probably going to be pushing through, maybe 1 goes through the back, and there's 1 on the hill, right? I think there's multiple things you could do here. Like, I'm okay with you not jumping on the hill straight away, but playing for reinforcements, because there's only 2 of you right here. There's only 2 of you here. So I don't mind you playing for kills here and letting your teammates push up the map. Or you could go to the hill like you did. I don't really mind either play, but you have to make sure that you're playing for the guy in the hill if you're going to do that. So right now you're going through. Based on the minimap from earlier, we know someone else is on the hill. But look, right now, you're kind of just jumping in. So you're not expecting someone to be on the hill. But we knew, if we looked at the mini-map, somebody was there. So again, all about looking at the mini-map, okay? It puts into perspective. We see someone right there. I know straight away he's on the A point. So if I was you right now and I'm pushing through, I get across. I'm at good point now. I don't need to run in right now, okay? I got across. Right now, the danger is the guy on the hill. I would chuck a stun grenade on the wall and then challenge him. Once I kill him, I then can just focus on the players pushing me, and hopefully we have a good crossfire where they don't kill us. So that's not a bad play if you chucked a stun inside and played for this kill. I think that would have been a good play.
Right. I just kind of went in guns a-blazing. It worked out, but obviously what you said about gunplay.
100%. I think you should have lost this. I think 9 out of 10 times you lose this. This is one of the kills where you kind of just... You know, he fumbled it. So looking back at it, what can we say? It was good reaction from you. You kind of shout on him, but we don't want to rely on that play style. We want to rely on more probability, right? We want to rely on, if I have this gunfight 10 times, I win it 9 out of 10. This gunfight, you would have won 2 out of 10 times against a better player, right? So that's like, okay, that wasn't the best play, but we can learn from it. Now going through your weak here, what you need to be doing now is using your equipment, okay? The biggest thing you're kind of lacking in this scenario is using your equipment. We know they're going to be pushing you through this lane. So as soon as you get that kill, the stuns and nades need to go in to distract them. If you can get a stun chucked over there, like you get the kill, great kill. But now you know they're going to be flooding the front. You need to be using your equipment and ready for the gunfights here. They're going to be spamming you because you're weak here. So right now, I think you have to use your stun. You have a Semtex as well, not a frag. So the Semtex, you can even stick to the wall and just delay that push. Just get some time for yourself. Right now, you see you're reloading, you're taking your time. I think you have to stun and nade that. Just to like, you know they're going to push you, right? So if you chucked a nade there, just to slow them down. Off the break again. It's too passive here.
It's very easy. It's very easy to get frazzled when you... I didn't even expect to survive that, so I was like, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%. But right now, it's just pacing, okay? Your teammates are in the fights right now. You either need to once again cut through the mid lane. So right now, you're spawning here. You need to once again cut through the mid lane and distract them or support them. But right now, you just taking your time here is not helping anyone. Like, there's no reason to stand still, turn around. This is really, really, like, needs to be, like, urgent right now. These 3-4 seconds, you can see it's adding up. Your teammates are on the hill now. It needs to be a lot quicker. Now you got 2 teammates on the hill, okay? So you got 2 teammates on the hill. You can see they're kind of trapped. And in this scenario, I think a better team from the red will have someone pushed out a bit and kind of keep you guys trapped in and have like a 3v2, okay? That's what a better team would have. But right now, you're actually kind of fortunate that they're kind of pushing their spawn and they look to be tunnel vision on your teammates. So you have an opportunity right now. You don't need to push the hill. Your teammates have one thing. They have this door here. There's 2 of them watching this door. So what you need to do is try to go through a different angle, try to watch over them and just distract and maybe get a kill or 2 and just put the pressure off them. So right now, while you have a stun and a nade and you're pushing through, you have to be throwing your stun and a nade in this kind of cut here. You need to be helping them in this area. But let's see what you do. So you going through and kind of just getting stuck with them. I don't mind the stack. I think it's a good play. But normally I would say you just got to be a bit careful to get those kills first. But it works out okay. They don't really push you. They don't really pressurize you. But again, that's understanding the minimap. We now know you guys got the point here, which is really good. Somehow you got the point. They're still going to be this side though. So right now you either back away or you just get ready for a gunfight. You don't want to just slide out because it's so predictable they're going to be standing there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah? Well, watching it back, can you see it's a bit predictable?
That. Yeah, it is.
Now these plays are gold, so they're not exactly. But these plays are gold. Gold's not bad at all. I've played with some good gold players. I've coached some players that are gold, and I think they're pretty decent. It's just that when you get to the next level, these stuff here we need to fix because it's really going to affect you. Same thing on the B point now. Okay, you're the first player in right now. So as the first player in, you should be aware that they're going to have maybe 1, maybe 2 on B. Right now, because they had more people at A, they're probably going to have 1 on B. Okay, so while you're here, you're not trying to get the point. Don't worry about the point right now. Your goal is to get map control. Get map control, keep them off the point, and allow your team to push up. Once again, what's our end goal? Our end goal is to get the map control. If we can have a setup like this, where they're spawning on this side and we have map control, that's a great play. So right now, while you're pushing through, you're by yourself. You can just see you're out in the open. Your sentry's on the tank and he's right there. So we need to be more wary. I don't mind you pushing, but just being more wary, playing behind cover, trying to get to this tank right now should be your goal, and then just kind of scout in the area. What I think you're going to try to do is just run and get on the point. I feel like you're tunnel vision to the point right now. And you can see that's exactly what happens. You're going towards the point instead of going towards cover. It's more of a gradual thing. Yeah. You're starting here, right? You don't need to just run to the point and sit there. You need to run to cover. Watch a head glitch. Watch over. Wait for your teammates. Let them get dark control. And then push up together. Like, just work as a team right now. You're the first layer of defense right now. Your teammates are behind you. You don't need to be running in. Just take your time. Get to this head glitch. Put your trophy down. Take this guy out. But you see, he's got a clear shot on you. Again, he should kill you here. And there you go. He ends up taking you out. Okay? From his POV, look at this. It's a very easy kill. You're kind of standing there. And now look. Now your teammates are pushing through. And what happens now is the blender, right? Because you were first by yourself. And your teammates were around there. Now this is the problem. No one waits for each other. So as you're pushing through, they're going through as well. You die. So now you're back here. Now he pushes through. It's everyone pushing in one by one. Where if you just waited at the tank for 3 seconds, they would have pushed with you. It would have been a completely different push.
Right.
And now, again, you're going through middle. Look what your teammate's doing. Him just sitting mid-tank has allowed you to cross. So when you're playing, right, you should identify, okay, this is actually good. Why am I able to cross for free? It's because my teammate has mid-tank. So now next time you play, that should be something to look out for. Okay, mid-tank is good. Why? Because he now has the middle map under control and the right. We can send 3 people and watch this area here. You see how you can use a mini-map to help you out? And now look, you're going to get in for free. You're going to get in for free. You're going to go through. And now, again, it's about finding these players. So you're going to sneak on by. There's one on top of you. Good play. A little bit unfortunate there. Again, the more you play, the more you shoot bots, you'll be a bit more snappy there, okay? So right now you see him. It should have been an instant reaction. The closer you get to him, the closer you allow him to center onto you. It wasn't a bad snap from you, just being a little bit faster there. And when you're crouching, the thing is you're a very slow target. So when you're standing, it's a lot faster for you as a target. It's a little bit better. At certain times.
Good to know.
Obviously, there's periods where you want to crouch, but yeah, certain times I think standing is just a lot better. This is the thing I was speaking about. Going through middle when you have no map control. The enemy POV right now is looking a lot different to earlier, okay? Right now, they know you're spawning at the back here. They're kind of keeping you trapped there. If I'm the enemies, my ideal setup right now is having somebody by the tank, having somebody kind of around there, having somebody on this area here, and maybe somebody else watching over him, okay? And then if you guys escape, I'll send number 2 there. But right now, my ideal setup, actually, no, this is my ideal setup is actually this. Having this is like my perfect scenario, okay? Because what happens is you're kind of funneling the team like this. This is their map control, your team right now. So as this is going on right now, you have 0 map control. You're the blue team right now. We don't know where the red is, okay? You shouldn't just jump through and try to push through. Again, you're constantly trying to push without getting the kills or the map control. You're constantly trying to push. But right now, logically, there's no way you're going to get through and somehow sneak on by when you have 0 map control. They aren't actually, they're sitting like this instead, which is still fine, but you're trying to go through and just jump across, and that's exactly what you're trying to do. Like, you're going through, you're jumping across, you're running with your pistol, showing me that you're trying to sneak on by, and they literally have 2 people, exactly where I labeled, looking right at you. And what we're relying on again, the snap. Relying on you to fry them. Okay? Again, it works for 1 kill, but it's just every time, we shouldn't be relying on you to like absolutely fry them. It's not a consistent way of playing, okay? And then your teammates go through, they get fried on the left. So right now you should be thinking, right, we need to get some kills here. Take our time, get a wave of kills and go through. Same thing, you're going to go through middle, you're just going to jump on through. There's another player right there. We're not taking our time right now. So another approach could be, okay, I want to go through middle. Instead of me running through middle, why not back away, go to this head glitch, okay? Because once I'm on this head glitch, I can at least scout through middle, look over my teammates. While my teammates pushing through, I go with them. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. Just let your teammates go through, just get some help and all stuff like that. Because right now you're just running into the mix, and it's very difficult for you to keep up. So you're going through again, you end up dying. Again, you're going through the left now, same thing. Now you guys are going as a team a little bit more. Look, it's actually easier to break it. You guys are going as a team. It's 2v1. Get some angles, maybe jump on the van there. Your teammate gets 1, okay, let's push through. But again, you're constantly going for the hill instead of the kills. We need to get the kills first. That allows us to get the hill, okay? We need to flip the priority right here. Because right now, let's see what you're doing. Again, you need to be on this tank here. Just getting some angles, watching over your team, being a little bit more of an AR right now, okay? So right now, what's missing on the minimap? Right now, if we look on the minimap, what do you think is missing right now in front of you? What would you say no one's kind of covering right now?
The right side.
The right side?
Alleyway.
Yeah, so this is called Dark Alley, okay? So right now, when you look at this angle, you know, okay, my teammates are on the hill. They've somehow managed to push through. So my teammates are on the hill right now, okay? That means they're backed off a little bit. So they could be coming through, but they're backed off. Now, there's a chance that somebody's coming through middle. And this is your blue team right now. If I'm you and I'm number 4, I am thinking, oh, okay, I need to watch this alleyway, like, urgently. But I also want to watch over my teammates. This is where the equipment comes into hand. You need to be spamming your equipment, okay? Because right now you're not using it. Even if you want to watch dark, then use your equipment and jump it over there. You haven't used your equipment once this game, and it's really just hurting you in terms of map pressure. Because right now you can see your right. If you want to watch your right, you could even chuck a stun there and then push the hill. But look what you do. You go through, you're not watching the right once. So again, pure luck right now, pure chance. There's no checking the right. Somebody could be there right now. We have zero intel, and you run straight in. Without even checking the right, we're just running in. Complete luck here. No one's there. We get the trophy down. There's a cruise missile coming in. We need to not be in this scenario. We need to be out of here. So when the cruiser's jumping in right now, we have 18 seconds. Your first thought should be playing your life. My first thought would be going to this right building and getting in there. Because a cruiser's going to kill you. We need to get this next wave of kills. But again, you're going for the hill constantly. Again, this is all just awareness, okay? It's going to take time. It's going to happen. Like you said, you're new to Modern Warfare 3, you're playing Modern Warfare 2. All this stuff takes time, okay? So, but when you're playing, like, this is a very important thing just to kind of go through everything. I'm going through a lot of detail right now. But like I said, it's going to be recorded. So when you look back, you'll be like, okay, this makes sense. I've had some practice now. Again, minimap, no one's watching the right. All 4 arrows are facing the front. All 4 arrows are facing the front. If I was the teammate, if I was the enemy in red, and I'm sneaking through dark, I'm going to slide in, I'm going to kill these 2, and I'm going to run out. And then you can't do anything because you're 2v4. So it's just very important to watch dark right now. Watch your right, use your equipment. Even right now, there you go. I like using equipment, but just have to look at the arrows. No one's watching dark. So once you get this kill, great kill, you need to be turning around and watching dark alley. Can you see the arrows with me here, all facing the front?
Yeah.
And that's what we got to work on, that arrow placement. Look what you do. You're watching the left. I hope you get flanked here so we can kind of show you an example. It looks like you don't get flanked here. And even that right there, like with the hill so close to the end, like, just stay on the hill here. There's no need to get off right now. Like, little things like this, like, there's zero need to get off the hill when there's 3 of you stacking it. There's 2, like, ticks done. Just stay on the hill. Just stay on the hill. The only thing you need to do is turn around and watch a dark alley. That's the only thing right now. Now, we went through a lot that round. We went through a lot because it's the first defense. We're going to do the same thing on the defense, get quite a lot of explanation going. And then the next few rounds should be pretty much the same thing. So we'll go through this again, try to get a lot of detail, and then the last few rounds will basically be the same thing. We'll pick up on anything that's kind of new. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. So now off the break, what did we say last time? We said A was quite hard to kind of go against, right? A was one of those ones where if you get it off the break, you're basically going to win the round. It's very difficult. So I always like to go to A off the break on defense just to stop them from getting it. But again, I like to go through middle because I like to see what my team's doing. If all 3 of my teams go into A, I can maybe hold middle. So going through middle is always a good start because you can get some map control. What you don't ever want to do is what you're doing now. You never, ever want to go backwards because you're just taking too long then to get to the point. You've already committed 5-6 steps forward, right? It doesn't seem like anything crazy, but everything's about timing. You've committed up to this van here. Even if you want to go to A now, the quickest route to A is going left. Right? But you're doing this, you're going forward and then you're turning around and going backwards. But look at the time you get backwards. Look where your teammates are. By the time you're here, so by the time you're there, your teammate is already there. It's a big difference in terms of when you're looking at the map control for middle map, right? Middle map's only there. Look how far he is and look how far you are. You see what I mean by like just little decisions? Because now you're far back on the map. We need to be pushed out getting these kills. Now you're going to go through, look, your teammates are already on A and you're just very, very far back right now. So all this to get into this area. So again, having a plan. Having a plan off the break. Now, if you said you're new to the game, you're not sure what to do, try something. If you get the kills and you get the map control, have that in your locker. Okay, this was a good play. I went through middle. I got this kill. This is good. Try things. When you watch me, when you watch other streamers, try things, see what they do, try things off the break. Your break is one of the things I really, really want to work on, okay? Because your break, both rounds have been very slow. Try a break. If it works, good. Try it again. If it doesn't work, see what you could have done better. See who killed you. Where were they seeing? Stuff like that. That's how you're going to learn off the break. Okay? Teammates go 3 down. Straight away, urgency in the kill feed. 3 down, they're going to stack A. They're going to get to A. Right now, we need to get a kill. We need to distract them. I cannot die here. I cannot lose A. I need to distract them. I need to buy time for my team. Let's see what you do here. You're holding middle. You're holding middle. A's a priority right now. So you're going through. You're going through. Right now, I'd be very careful because they could be on your right. So again, this is what I mean by, I think more experienced teams right now, they're going to be trying to sniff you out here. So I don't mind you going through middle here, but most of the time, they're going to have someone kind of watching this cut. This cut's very, very popular cut. So I'm expecting them to have this cut. You're going through right now. Again, having the SR, being ready for the gunfight. You see him in front of you now. Let's see what you do here. So I saw him right here. Okay. And if you didn't see him, we also have the minimap. So right now, you should have an assault rifle. This is really, really important. During this time, where are your team coming from during this kind of push?
They're coming from gas station.
Your spawn, right? Gas station. Perfect. So right now, even if we don't know where they are, let's just say they have a setup like this. Okay. If you somehow get to this point here, okay, which you did, fair enough. I don't think that I think they should have stopped it, but you get to this point, okay? So you've done your job. Your teammates are all going to be coming through this side. So if you're the opponent, where are you going to pre-aim right now?
That gas station.
You're going to pre-aim the right, you're going to pre-aim gas, you're going to be ready for this area. So if you've somehow snuck across, you need to get the kills from their side. You need to make them look this way so that they're tweaking and your teammates can push through. Does that make sense? You need to distract them. But when you're going this side, you're basically going into the site that they're already pre-aiming. They're looking this side. The last thing you want to do is go into their site and make it easier. You want to stretch their aim. If anything, you want to come from behind. You want to stretch their aim and make them really turn around. That's the goal here. Okay. So right now, your first thought, you see him right there. You should get your AR out straight away and go through the right. Your teammates are going through the left. You should not think about going this way. You should be thinking about going this way. Get your AR out right now. The second you go here is where it's chalked for me. Because he's pre-aiming in front. He's not even looking at you. And you're going in front of him. You're saying, hello, kill me, Flux. You're literally going right in front of him. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because look, you're actually on the right. You actually get through. Great play. You need to be focusing on staying on the right here, stretching their aim out. Instead, you go left, you go into their aim, and now it's too late.
Yeah.
Okay? Again, not a crazy bad play. It was a good flank from you, but, you know, we got to be... At that time, we just got to be trying to stretch the play out. Because your teammates are coming through the left. If you can distract right now, if you get one... And this is another thing. We know they're going to have people. If this guy's not there, he's going to be coming through his spawn. So right now, if you can kind of get a kill here, get 1 or 2 kills, and then instantly watch their spawn, even if there's one player left, your teammates will be there by then. So your job there is get the opening kills and then watching the reinforcements. That would have been such a good play from you. Because now you end up dying. You're leaving your team in a 2v4. They somehow get the kills. But if you look at the A point now, he has to get a 2-piece. And now you guys still end up losing A. You guys end up still losing A, okay? So you're going through, you stun, you nade. It's just too late. By that point, it's just too late. And I think that break could have been really, really easy if you got those opening kills, okay? Yeah. Now you're going through B. Same thing with map control. Right now, you're going through the right-hand side. Your team is currently on B. So if we look at just the mini-map.
1 sec. I can't see the screen.
You can't see the screen?
No, it's disappeared.
Okay.
Now it's a loading screen.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me try again.
Okay.
Can you see now?
There we go. It's back. Yep.
Can you see now? All right, perfect. So, all good, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool, perfect. So, yeah, what I was saying is right now, if we look at the minimap again, you have 3 people now on B. So you have 1 person on B, you have another person on B, and then you're the third, right? So in this scenario, when you're sitting here, you need to be thinking of the minimap and the gaps. That's the main thing you want to think about. So with your teammates holding this area, for me, the biggest gap is kind of middle map and getting a bit more map pressure that side. Now, I don't mind you playing reserved because they just got A. They might be flanking you. But right now, we have to be thinking, right, my teammates are here. I don't need to watch over. I need to be watching this left here because that's the immediate gap. If we look right now and we looked at this setup, and again, we had all 3 people watching forward. My first reaction would be, okay, what about if someone goes through here? What if they sneak on by? That's what we got to watch out for. Looking at the minimap, using it to your advantage. So we're going to go through. And there you go. You end up watching it at the end. But again, we have to be more like, when are we watching it? Why are we watching it? And, you know, being faster to this stuff, okay? So off the break straight away right now, your center should be left. You should be pre-aiming the left right now. But you see, you run out, he could kill you right now. If someone's there, they kill you right now because you're standing with your gun out. So just being more, just a little bit faster at these decisions. You see him on the left there, you see him in front of you. Let's see what we can do. You get them stunned. Good shots. Go get a bit more aggressive. We're going to work on your centering and stuff. Hopefully we have a mechanic session and we can kind of clean this stuff up. Because overall, I think it's just adding some pacing to your game, man. A bit more confidence, okay?
Yeah.
And right now, again, a better spot would be up here. Go up top here, watch this same angle. We're just playing some spots right now that aren't really favoring you. And you see he literally walks into it. So right now, as soon as you identify this gap, okay, I'll be like, okay, cool. Where should I be? Well, let me get to top treehouse. Let me get top treehouse and watch this area. And that would have just helped you out so much. Now we're going to go through. He ends up killing you. Now your teammates end up dying as well. And now you're kind of on the back foot. You're going through. Again, middle map is clear right now. But you now know that they're going to be basically pushing through this area and pushing through middle. Do you remember last time on the defense what I showed you when you kept dying through middle? What happened? You had somebody on their team mid-tank and you had somebody around there, right? That was a pretty good setup from them because they kept you reserved at the back. So that's kind of our goal. What our goal is right now is to have a setup like this. If we can, we want to have somebody on the tank, somebody middle, and somebody there. That'll be like an optimal setup right now because we'll be pushing them in the spawn. Now, that's not very realistic all the time, but that's kind of what we're hoping for. So if we can get something set up like that, would be great. So that's our goal right now. Good kill here. There's one. Okay, almost. We're getting one shot. I don't mind the aggression there. Again, once we clean up the shot, I think that's just a kill for you. That was kind of unfortunate. But again, equipment right there, okay? We've got a grenade. We know there's 3 people there. Just chuck our grenade, watch the left hand. Don't be too urgent. Chuck a grenade on that wall and watch the left. There's more people around them. You got very tunnel vision right now. You went for this kill. You got so tunnel vision. There's 2 more people watching over you. Okay?
Yeah.
You literally see they're right there. They're shooting you. Now, again, somebody being there was unfortunate. I thought your teammates had that. But there were still people on their side that could have killed you. Let's see what you do here. Going through middle. It's just a mix fest right now. Yeah, they're going to win that. It's just a lot of it's just a mix fest at that point. The main reason they won that was honestly because of the A point, right? Once they got the A point, it was a lot easier for them. So again, we went through an offense, we went through a defense. Now we can kind of speed run through these and see if there's anything different, okay? Because a lot of it's going to be the same thing. A lot of it's going to be the same thing. We're seeing the exact same start. You love that start, don't you? You love checking the car and going back to middle. So again, same thing.
I was trying to be a little bit quicker this time, but it still wasn't.
So why are we going left off the break though?
It's my teammate. I see him running, and I get confident he's going to run with me, and then he breaks off. So then I turn around. Wait.
What do you mean? Because right now, your teammates, no one's going left though. No one's going left right now.
That guy right behind me, when he was running with me for the first second, I was like, I just instantly just assumed he was coming with me. So then I didn't check again for a second, and then when I got to the van, I realized he wasn't behind me.
So this is why.
Type switching.
So the first thing is kill feed and minimap looking quicker because you can see that 1-2 second you can react. And second thing, when you go to B, you're really banking on your whole team going B. If you go to middle, you can then break off where you want to go. If your team goes B, you can go through dark. If your team goes middle, you can go through the tunnel, through the tank, right? If your team goes A, you can help them out A. That's why going middle is pretty good because you can go with them. Okay?
Right.
And again, I think going A is better here because A is harder to get, so I think A is a lot better. But right now, again, a little bit quicker on the minimap. You were a bit quicker here, which is fine. Let's see what you do here. Again, the main focus here, though, is we're not going with our team at A. And I think A has to be the priority here. So right now, look, you're basically watching dark on the other side of the map. You're leaving them on A. You're basically leaving them in a 2v4. And that's where the problems happen. Because if you saw the last round, what happened? Well, they stacked A. They had 4 people on A, right? And that's what got them A so quickly. They got the kills. They kept you guys trapped in. Well, right now, this is you. You're the blue team right now. You have 1 person there and 1 person there. You're basically leaving them. If they send 3 people A, your teammate's not in a great spot right now. If you look at the map control, it's actually better for them. And that's why we have to be a bit more kind of just looking at the map control and helping them out. Because now you're going through middle, it's a little bit too late. Again, sometimes just holding the power spots, getting on the tank, just kind of playing a bit more like an AR, okay? Because right now, although your sub's got more control, you're running a lot with your AR. Sorry, not your sub, your AR. You're running a lot with it. That's 3 down now. Same thing, they're going to push through. You're going through. Again, because we've spoke about these points, some of them are going to be repeated, which is fine. But again, looking at the minimap, no one's got middle right now. So we have to be watching middle. We have to be watching your right. The reason I'm repeating it is because it's good to see. It's like not a one-off thing. It's quite repeated. So right now, my first thought, if I was you, would be, okay, I need to watch dark right now. No one's watching dark. I need to pick up dark because that's a very important flank. You see, no one's holding it. No one's holding it. You're going to go through your sitting on the hill. Again, no one's holding it. Now, there's 2 angles for you to watch. What can we do in this scenario? Well, we can chuck a stun in this area here, and then we can watch dark. Or we can chuck a stun in dark and watch this area here. Use your equipment to watch different angles is such an advantage. Okay? And guess what? Because you're from dark. Exactly what we spoke about. Now, imagine if you chucked a stun here at dark. What would have happened? Your stun would have hit him now. Your stun would have hit him, you could have turned around. These are the things we need to pick up on. Now, when you die here, in this scenario, you need to be watching the kill cam and say, how did I die? Oh, he literally walked through the alley. Okay, so let me think. This is the kind of things you can do after the game. Let me think, what happened? Okay, nobody watched dark in that scenario. We need to be watching dark. Things like that is what you can pick up on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Perfect. Good play here. Great kill. That's 1. Your teammates get speed. Perfect. Let's push through now. Let's cut the lanes on A. Again, mini-map awareness, okay? Just overall, your team's got B right now. You need to be pushing up, getting them trapped in. Right now, you're sitting at this gas point. You're sitting right there, okay? Your teammate has got B. There's no need for you to go around and go left here. You should be thinking about getting them trapped in their base. You should be thinking, how can I trap them in like this? How can I keep them trapped here? Instead, what you do is you go left and you turn around, and these are the little decisions we got to work on. Just having more confidence in your play. Right now, I tell you what, okay, what should we do? Well, I want to go up here and I want to kind of trap them inside, or I want to go back here and go through middle. Like, just having a decision based on your plan. But look at this, you're turning around. There's no way they're going to be there when your teammate's on B without getting into a fight. You see what I mean? These little decisions. Now you're going through. Another thing is we need to get, you should have covert sneakers, because you're very, very loud. You're very loud. Covert sneakers will just help you out massively. Again, timing wise, you're going through the flank here without any intel. You just, a lot of the time you're trying to sneak on by, but we need to be working on like, okay, where is everyone actually standing and stuff like that? Because now you're trying to sneak on by, but in any setup, they're going to have somebody kind of watching this area, okay? So don't be afraid to back away, help your teammates and go with them a little bit more. Again, you have an assault rifle here, but you're just running. So when you're running right now, I think that this is a very, very popular spot to have a gunfight in this area here, right? So when I'm going through, I'm trying to be stealthy right now. I'm trying to be a bit more cautious, but you're kind of running in the open with your gun up. And again, you're trying to go through into their spawn without even them noticing you, but you're very loud without covert. You're running here. You see how you're sprinting? You need to be more ready for a gunfight here. If you're going to take these gunfights, you should be more ready. So right now, pre-aim, shoulder, pre-aim, stuff like that. Because if you just shouldered right now, that's a free kill. Stuff like that. You see how you slide out into the open against a player that's kind of just waiting there? These are little things we got to work on. Like right now, you slide out, he's right there, he ends up getting the kill. Again, you kill him, I don't think you should have. So again, kind of what we spoke about earlier. Now you're going through, I don't mind this play, you're trying to trap them inside. Again, just being cautious of the spawns. They might spawn behind you here. So that's 2 down. So right now you're trying to manipulate the spawn. So they could easily spawn behind you. The last 2 should spawn behind you here. Again, very tunnel visioned. You're focused on the hill. You can't get the guy off the hill right now. What your job should be is focusing on the 3 spawners that are going to spawn right now. Look at your pre-aiming. The big kind of tunnel vision right here. Look at this play, okay? 2 people go down. You're trying to help them right now, which is fine. As soon as they get that kill, there is no one else on the hill right now. That's 3 people down. The other 3 people, they're probably going to be spawning back gas here. So you should be fighting for those spawns, getting those kills off the spawn here, just keeping them trapped in. But look, you're holding the ladder, and they basically cut through middle probably. Yeah, right there. See? They've cut through middle because you're taking a little bit too long there.
Yeah.
Good kill there. You're keeping them trapped. But again, now you're watching over. What happened? They just cut through middle. Like I spoke about, because you took too long to react there, they had 3 people basically spawn here. Instead of you watching the cross, you stood here and watched the hill. They just cut through middle and they killed your teammates. Little things like that we could have avoided. Okay?
All right.
Now you've given it up. You're going through. Again, you've got equipment here. Chuck a stun and nade. Now you're standing in their spawn, shooting the gun. They're going to find you because you're a red dot on the map. Again, just little things like that we got to be a bit faster at. Because now, look what happened. Now you die. Look where you spawn. I would rather you play your life here. I would rather you play your life here.
Yeah.
Then spawn all the way on the other side of the map now. And now you're literally running towards the hill. Okay?
Right.
2 go down, you're going to push through. You're going to end up getting some points here, which is good. Again, we want to kind of cut this area. So instead of standing here, maybe playing a right angle, because you want to get them as they're running in the hill. Chuck a grenade here, stuff like that. I like this play from you. Maybe chuck a grenade. You can see they're just going to walk in. So maybe just start chucking a grenade here, pre-firing, stuff like that. Right now, pre-firing, you don't want to get caught sprinting in those scenarios. There you go. You end up winning the round there, somehow. I think they gave that to you, to be honest with you. I think they really gave that to you. Just a few things you got to clean up on. Now, defense, you should be able to clean up here. You should be able to clean up here. Off the break, you're going to go through. 2 people in your team go down. Oh, it's frozen. Okay. Straight away, 2 people go down. This isn't good. So I'm going to be playing towards A here. Again, you got a stun and grenade. Good. I like this stun from you. Really good stun. You got to slide in now. Right there, when you get the stun, you just got to slide in quickly. Like, just be quick there with a stun. I don't mind the nade, but if you stunned him, just slide in and get that kill. Because by the time the nade hits them, like, I mean, it's not a bad play. It's just, I mean, yeah, let's scrap that because it wasn't a bad play. I just think when they stun, like, just slide in there and just get that kill.
Okay.
You see one again. This is fine. This is good. Now they're on B. This guy's in front of you. Again, just being ready for the gunfight. When you see this guy behind the pillar, like, just aim in. Right now, you see him running at you. There's no need to slide here with your gun. Like, just aim in and pre-aim him. He's right in front of you.
Yeah, I knew he was there.
Yeah, exactly. You're just making the gunfights harder. You're just making the gunfights harder, basically. You're going to win them, but it's just harder for no reason.
Right.
Centering is, we want to work on our centering. It's a little bit too low right now, which is fine. We just got to work on that. And now again, minimap, what's happening? Well, there's one person behind you. They're on A right now. We just got to be a bit more careful right now. We don't want to get tunnel vision at B. They got a lot more map control than us, so we need to kind of get that map control. And there you go. That's the problem with the cuts. When we have no map control, when we're running out in the open, they're going to have people in the rotation and stuff like that's always going to happen. Okay?
Yep. Yeah.
Now we're going to go through. Let's see what we can do here. You can see, right, you're just kind of running through the cuts, and without any intel, you're just kind of going right into their site. They get 2 people down, you're going to stun and nade this. Again, the game's just so mixy right now. Everything's happening.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why everything's happening so fast is because we have no map control. There's just constant running. There's no real kills. There's no real map control. Even this, if I'm the opponent, right, what am I watching? Based on the first hill, what we spoke about, I'm always, if I'm on the hill and I have somebody there, I'm watching this area here. I'm watching this cut here. But even the way you play it now, you're standing in the open with a stun. It's like you're asking for someone to kill you. You're not running. You're not sliding. You see what I mean? Like, if somebody was on this head glitch there, this is a free kill for them.
Yep.
Just because they're not there doesn't mean it wasn't a, like, kind of questionable stuff like that. Now, I like this play from you. Could have been. Let me show you how you can make it a little bit smoother. Your teammate's flanking them right now. Okay. What you want to do is you want to buy time for your teammate to flank. As your teammate's flanking them right now, you just want to get information. So what I would have done is get my pistol and just shoulder this. Because if you shoulder this right now, you're so close. Just shoulder it. Now, right now, instead of crouching, when you crouch, you're slower to shoulder. So when you're slower right now, it's easier for them to kill you. What I would have done is going through with my pistol, shouldered, let them look at you, and your teammate flanks them. Because now your teammate goes through, you've kind of left them in a 1v1, you weren't really there. So just being a little bit quicker there with the trades, okay? There's one on your left. Now they're going to be on the B point. In this point, I'm like, right, let's slow down. What's going on? We're just running across the map. We're down by lives. They're going to get the B point. That's fine. We need to lock in now. They've got 2 ticks on there. We need to lock in. They're going to get B. There's no point running at them. Let's try stopping them. Now, on a side note, look what happens here. If they were watching this, which they should have, look how easy this kill would have been for them. But the fact that they weren't watching this, look, you were able to walk on right in. Okay? And that's what they were doing to you earlier. You don't want to leave dark open. You get one. You're quite weak there, so it's unfortunate. And yeah, okay. Now we're in a bad spot. Because we're down by lives. We're not in a great spot here, to be honest. Let's see what happens. There's one. Every time you get the kill, we want to push up, okay? What's our end goal? Our end goal is to keep them kind of spawn trapped. Every time you get a kill, the good thing is, every time you get a kill, where they're going to spawn? Back here. It's very far away. So every time you get a kill, if you can just go up the map a bit, and get to a point where you're kind of trapping them in, that'll be great. But right now, look how deep you are in your spawn. That's not where we want to be. We want to be further up. And this is where retreating isn't the best option. So you just got 2 kills, okay? You get 2 kills, but look where you're sitting now. You're sitting over there. So if I'm the blue team, right, and I'm spawned up, I'm actually able to push through all the way there. I want to stop the blue team from escaping their spawn. That's how you trap them in. But when you play very deep like this, what happens? You're letting them get all the way over there and then having a gunfight. And if they kill you, what happens? If they kill you once, they're literally in your spawn and then you spawn out. So I don't mind you playing here at the start, but once you get the kills, we need to be pushing up to get the map control. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can see you're not really having a lot of map control. And again, same thing, you're going through. they should have 100% had somebody watching over. You should be dead right now.
Right.
I mean, that's what happens. There you go. But yeah, they should have people watching over right now. So you need to be like, okay, you need to be very wary of your right here. But again, just kind of running in, not really assessing the danger. And those are things we got to work on, okay? Now let's kind of rewind and see what we could have done better. So right now you get one. Your teammate gets another one. There you go. That's 2 down. Right now, I think you need to push through. You need to push through because these seconds, you could have been middle map by now, kind of cutting those lanes. But look how late you are. So you get 2 kills, but instead of pushing in, you're waiting, you're letting them get on the point, then you're pushing. But by then, it's too late because they've got the reinforcements there. And that's going to be the round right there. Okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Going through defense right there, you want to be clutching those. You're currently 14 to 23. And you've kind of fried them in a few gunfights. So what that tells me more than anything is just like a pacing issue, an awareness issue.
Yeah.
Off the break again.
Getting too aggressive.
Exactly. Just kind of running around and then sometimes being too passive, just getting that pacing right. Off the break, my teammates have gone A every single time. What do we want to do here? Let's cut through middle. Let's support them. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to take our time. We're going to stand still. We're going to wait. We're not going to move. We're going to take our time. Me and my teammate aren't moving, and now we're going to walk. We're going to walk. We're going to go left. Same thing. We're going to go to the car, and then we're going to sit here. So now your teammate's already got a kill on A. He's already at A, fighting for his life, and you're over there. Again, having the bigger picture. What's more important right now? Me going B by myself or my teammates at A? Look what you're doing right now. You're kind of holding it. You're holding it. And this is just very tunnel visioned. You may be fighting one person. Okay, you fought one person. Good kill from you. But guess what? They're all the way at A. If your teammates died there, this would have been a really bad push from you guys.
Right.
Okay? And it's just things like that we got to just make sure we're working on. Because it looks like right now we're not using our minimap and we're kind of just going by feel of what we're doing. It feels like you're playing like hardcore without a minimap and you're just having a feeling. You're just trying to guess. Like right now, I know you have no idea where they're coming from. But that's because we don't have map pressure. So scenarios like this, we need to think, right, are we getting on B or A? Well, my teammates are getting on A, okay. So why am I getting on B? Well, I can actually flip this. Getting on B is not a bad play right now because you're putting pressure on them. But you should know now, they're going to be coming through their side. So we need to be chucking stuns, chucking nades and stuff like that. But you standing here is such a bad spot because you're basically standing in the open where if they do come through dark, they can kill you. If they do come through this side, they can kill you. So you need to be tucked away, kind of just watching the front, and just chuck your stun and nade at dark every 5-10 seconds and just try to play your life here. Let the pressure get to you. Let them go towards you so your teammates can get A here. That's kind of the goal here. Right. So you see, they're actually going to go towards A because A is so much more urgent. There you go. Now your teammate's with you. I don't mind you pushing out here. If you want to stay here, not a problem. Maybe use your equipment a bit more. He goes through dark. There you go. There's 2 down. So you guys end up getting 3 down there. Okay, so you end up getting the point there. What happens there? This is fine. I don't mind you eating the cruise. There's no problem with that. No problem with that. I think everything there was down to your teammates. Okay? A lot of that stuff there was down to your teammates. You didn't really have a gunfight there. So that's the thing we got to work on. Now, before you go around this corner, if I'm them, I'm going to be set up on A. I'm going to be watching this area. So I expect you now to shoulder this, get information, play for a kill, not run out. Okay? Let's see what you do. This is better. Holding information, playing for a kill. This is better than not just running out. Okay? But now look, now you're running out. This is fine. Again, I understand why you did it, but there you go. That exactly what we spoke about. Getting the information is better, but look what you do. I knew you were going to run out eventually. I was kind of waiting for the timing. Now you run out. So you're playing patient for a second, but you're like, oh, I don't see anyone. That means no one's here. Let me run on the hill. You have to assume they're going to be watching the angles here. It's very, very silly for them not to watch this angle. It's such a common angle, this street, okay? So you're going through. There's no check in the left. There's no check in the cut. You're just going through onto Heglitch, and guess what? He's right there. He's in the corner. If I don't see anyone, for me, that's actually a red flag. Oh, where are they? If I don't see anyone, they should be around here. And that's how you can eliminate angles. Same thing. You're going through the middle. This is good. Now help your teammates go through middle. Cut the lanes. I haven't seen you go into cafe once and kind of cut the lanes middle, okay? I want to see you kind of controlling this area. Get into this DVD. Get into DVD. Like, just make their life a lot harder to break the hill. Just like this. This is exactly what I want to see. This is good. You see one good nade. Great nade here. We don't want to be tunnel vision though. Once we're a red dot on the map, once you get these shots off, okay, you're a red dot. They're going to be knowing you're here. I saw someone middle a second ago. Let me get out. Let me reposition right now. But instead, you're standing still. You're standing here. Again, very tunnel vision on the same person. You've done this quite a few times, okay? Very tunnel vision. We've just got to work on that tunnel vision. We don't want to be standing in the same spot. Now you're pushing through the flank, pushing through the flank. Same thing. Someone in front of you. Great kill. Let's go through. Let's get into DVD here. A little bit unlucky there. But you can see every time you die, look how far you spawn out. We just want to be playing as a team here.
Right.
This is good. My teammate gets 1. Okay, can we cut the lanes here? Let's see. There's a guy on my right. This is great. Great kill. That's 2 down. There's another guy on my right here. Let's see what we can do here. Use our equipment. Good. Good equipment. They can be watching the cross, and there you go. You know they're going to be watching this cross right now. If anything, you put a trophy down. You watch the left. You get some information, okay? You do not, right now, want to slide here. Sliding here has 0 benefit. 0, because they're coming off the spawn. That's the only spot they're going to be able to see. And you're literally, hello guys, you're literally sliding right there. You see? You want to be on this side of the tank, watching over. Your goal right now, this is your goal. Your goal isn't to get there. Your goal is to watch over your team, get some cover fire, be the support so they can get in. That's your goal right now. 15 seconds isn't a lot of time, but you have 3 teammates with you. Let them make a play. Let's get 1 push as a team right now. Okay? Because you dying right now, that does nothing for your team. That does nothing. Now you're spawning there. You're not in the game anymore. Now they're 3v4. I would rather you play your life on this tank, on this car, and get 1 kill and just make it a little bit harder. Okay, now they have to make a play 3v4. But instead you die, now your teammates are by themselves. Look how easy this kill was for them. You see what I mean? Very easy kill for them. Now guess what? Your teammates by himself, game over. A lot of little things. Now again, I went into a lot of detail. There was a 50-minute VOD review just for 1 control game, okay? A lot of those things are quite repetitive throughout your game, so you should be able to focus on them. And it's just about repeating them, okay? So that's gonna be the VOD review. YouTube, you guys know the drill, man. Drop a like, show some love to the boy in the chat as well. That was a difficult game, man. You were silver there. There were gold players. It was very difficult. So you know, don't get too like, you know, like disappointed with your performance. I think it was fine. It's just about what we could do better going forward, okay? So good stuff, man. It was good. It was definitely a great starting point, 100%. Okay, so we'll catch up in a second on YouTube. Show some love in the comments, man. It was a really nice guy to work with. Just show him some love, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.